Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, Breathe and Budget. If you're new here, my name is Taryn. We talk all about budgeting, intentional spending, and the way finances impact our lifestyle. So if that is content that you are interested in, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and let's get into it. It is week 3, and today we're budgeting my paycheck, and that came out to a net total of $2,270. So we're going to go ahead and break down what our fixed expenses are, our variable expenses, and sinking funds, and then of course at the end we will do some cash stuffing. So for fixed expenses this week, we are covering the second half of our mortgage. So we stay 1 month ahead in that, and I like to split the total between 2 checks, and then I just hold it until the following month. Then we have our iCloud for $10, and we actually canceled HBO Max because we want to see what Black Friday deals pop up. So the $10 we normally budget for will just stay put and roll into our checking account cushion. And lastly, we have Six Flags for $14. So for this week, our fixed expenses equal $484. So that leaves us with $1,786 to work with. So for variable spending, we are going to go ahead and put $590 towards our groceries and gasoline. We are cashless in both of those categories. And then we are going to put $175 in for our personal spending. So the variable expenses total $765. So that leaves us with $1,021 to work with. With this check, I like to fund our low priority categories, and low priority does not mean unimportant. These categories matter so much to us, but if we ever really needed to cut back, these would be the ones that could be paused. As per usual, we're adding $20 to both our water and trash bill, and then we're going to fund the rest of our low priority categories as follows. Seasons is going to get $200, and I don't just have one envelope for that. If you stay here for the cash stuffing, or if you are watching this on a reel, you can go to YouTube and watch the full cash stuffing. I actually have an envelope for all 4 seasons. It just makes it easier for me to not spend it all in one season, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not going to pull summer while we're in winter. I'm just not. It's just psychological. So $200 is going to be split among all the seasons. We're going to put $264 to our vacation, $20 to our kids' clothing fund, $200 to graduation because we have a senior this year, and then we have $40 to wellness, $5 to All Trails, and then $20 to his clothing fund, $25 to mine. I'm going to put $100 to a future hair appointment, $5 to makeup, and $10 to our streaming envelope, and then we got $5 to annual memberships and $5 to gifts. So that totals $939, and that leaves us with $82, and that is going towards our final contribution to the 52-week savings challenge. Feels amazing. It's our second year in a row completing it, and I am just really proud of being able to do that consistently. Then we're going to put $40 to the bookmark savings challenge, leaving us with a beautiful zero-based budget. We know exactly where every dollar is, where it's going, and that kind of mindfulness is priceless. All right, let's get into the cash stuffing. All right, we're going to be cash stuffing a total of $1,196. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and add to our personal spending money. This is the $75 that I gave myself last week, and I didn't spend it, so this will go towards savings challenges. And I went ahead and I did the exact same thing. So I did 60, and I think I just did a 10 and a 5, right? Yeah, 10 and a 5. So $75, and we will try not to touch it. And then my husband gets $100. So personal spending money, this is not tracked. Like, I don't care what he spends it on. He doesn't ask where I spend mine, although I've told him it goes to the fun savings challenges. But this is obviously not the only money that we have. So that's like a common misconception that that's all he gets, that's all I get. No, because there's so many other categories that we all get to profit from and benefit from. So I don't know. This is more just like, do what you want. It's not tracked. It's frivolous. And yeah, those are the amounts we chose. It's going to be different for everyone. So you just have to figure out what works best for you. So now he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 100, 20, 40, 60. Oh yeah, he never touched his last week. So he has 200. And that's it. All right, we're going to hop into high priority really quick because we need to add to our water and trash. Okay, and trash, actually I just got an email for it. It will be coming out of our account, like I have it on auto pay December 1st. So that means when we do our December budget, I will be taking $156 from the sinking fund and including that as our income. So again, we will be paying this bill from this money. We don't have to worry about where we're getting the money from, and we also don't have to use any of the checks that we received in December. So did I add the 20? Yeah, I did. So 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 23, 223, and we only need 156. So we are well on our way for the next bill, which won't come out until March because this is a quarterly bill. So that's awesome. Very awesome. And then water, we're going to go ahead and put 20, and we just paid this. So we won't have to pay it again until we paid it in November. We'll pay it in January because this is bi-monthly. So 20, 40, 60, 81, 10, 113. Our bill's about 145. So look, we haven't even finished November and I'm already almost funded for the bill that's going to come out in January. So that's why putting a little bit aside every paycheck for those bills that are not necessarily monthly really pays off. Okay, so we're going to hop into my low priority binder. Let me fix my bow. Okay, let's do this. So we're going to just do $200 and we're going to just split it among all the seasons. So I just did 10 ones. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82. Okay, so I like to start in the season that we're in. I'm pretty sure we're still in fall. Thanksgiving hasn't even hit yet, but I absolutely have no idea when winter starts. I'm thinking it's January though. So let's see. So I'm going to go ahead and do 60 in fall. So we have 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 320, 320, and then this is how I've been doing it, like 60 to the 2 that are coming up and then 40 to the others. So I think I'll do 60 to winter. So now we have 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, so 390. Awesome. And then I'm going to do 40 to spring. Okay, so for next spring, we have 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, and 30. And then next summer, we'll add the other 40. So now we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, 120 for next summer. So we obviously have a lot of time to add more to those seasons that are not current or upcoming. Okay, so for our vacation envelope, we have $1,100 in a high yield savings account. I'm going to be adding, what did I say? 264. So 200, and I did a 50, and I did a 10, and then 4 ones. Okay. You'll see why. Oops. I did it that way. Okay, so we have 1100, so 1200, 1300, 1400, 1500, 1600, and then this should be 100. So 50, 60, 70, 80, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. Yes, so now there's 1700 in vacation. My envelope says let's get away, but you know, same thing, vacation. Okay, going into the kids section. This is their clothing fund, which they depleted not too long ago. So we're now just going to work our way to building it back up. So now they have 60. We are through a charter school, homeschool. So when it comes to like back to school and school supplies and things like that, we actually don't need money set aside for that because we can use the funds that are allotted for them through the charter school. All right, graduation, that is going to go ahead and get $200. I'm going to try to really add a lot to this because we're already in November and I just feel like by the time graduation comes around, it's going to be like a blink of an eye. It's going to be so quick. So for graduation, we have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 750, 770, 795, 796, 797, 798, 799, 800. Oh, that's just awesome. That's just so awesome. Okay, then we're going to go to the S category. We're going to go into wellness. And wellness is just going to get $40. Where are you trying to go? Okay. So now we have 100, 200, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400. Nice. $400. I usually pay for all my yoga classes at the end of the year. For the upcoming year, I like to buy it in bulk. So for all the classes I've taken in 2025, I paid for it in December of 2024. So I'm going to try to do the same thing for the next year. Then All Trails app is going to get $5. So now we have 35, and I have to check. I think that's like what it would be for the year. Like, I think I'm done with that. And then his clothes is going to go ahead and get 20. And I actually need to pull money from this because he just purchased the new steel toe boots and some socks. So he has a little bit less. We just have to pull from here because he did it on his own and he just used a card. So then I just replenish it, you know, the account with cash. So he has 200, 20, 40, 60, 70, 85, 86, 87, 88. So 288. And then for my clothing, I have not touched this, guys. I'm so proud of myself. I'm really trying to save up so that when I make a little bit more progress in my weight journey, I can purchase more clothes. So we added 25. So we have 150, 170, 190, 210, 230, 240, 250. Nice. Okay. And then my hair, I believe I just did a $100 bill. Yes. There we go. And then for makeup, we are just doing a $5 bill. So 40. And then for, tattoo, like we still have this money in here because we were supposed to get like a matching tattoo, just a small one. And we haven't done that yet. I'm not going to lie. We haven't done it yet. Nope. Why am I going in there? We need to do it though. Okay, going into annual, going straight to streaming, and we're going to add $10. So 30, 40, 50. So now we have 50 in streaming, which, so let's talk about it real quick. Paramount Plus, I had paid $60 for just the basic plan, and this is what I was saving for. So in March, when that year ended, I can renew it. But then I realized that through Sheer ID, you can go ahead and get verified as being a veteran, and you get 50% off your Paramount Plus for life. So I spoke to them on the phone. They said it is for life. The code stays on your account forever. And I said, okay, so the 50% off, when it renews in March, I can upgrade to the next plan, the one with Showtime, right? And no ads. And it would be 50% off. So it basically would be the $60 I'm already paying, but for the better plan. And then I asked her, by any chance, what would it cost me to just upgrade now? Like if I want to not wait till March, I want to upgrade now. She goes, I honestly don't think it's going to charge you anything. $20 at the most. I said, let's do it. It did not charge me anything. She said it gave me some credit, but she couldn't really tell. And if there is a credit, I'm grateful, and I'm going to check my account over the next few days to see, but credit is not needed. At this point, you just upgraded me. I get that at no additional cost from now until March, so I'm good. I'm happy. I'm not complaining. So if you have any way of getting discounts, whether you're a military, you're a AAA member, AARP, I mean, senior, I don't care what it is, like get your discounts, you deserve it. So annual memberships, $5. So now we have 20, 40, 50, 60. This would basically be any memberships that we want to renew, whether it's like the LA Zoo or the Long Beach Aquarium. Right now, our charter school pays for those, but eventually they won't. So I'm just saving now to accommodate for that. That expense will eventually come. So we're going to add $5 to gifts. So now we have 45. This is just random. Like if my kids get invited somewhere or we have to get a gift for anyone that's outside of like a typical holiday or whatnot, this is where we would pull it from. Okay, let's move on. We are done with low priority. Okay, before we hop into our 52-week savings challenge, I do want to talk about this challenge that is new to the shop. Sorry for the glare. This is my Wicked Savings Challenge. You can save $2,000 with it. If you want it to be custom to the amount that you want it to be $500, you want it to be $5,000, $10,000, I don't care, just let me know, and I can do that for you. So you'll get the dashboard. So this is just like kind of like the cover page. It's not an envelope. You'll get the tracker for the amounts that you're saving on all the envelopes. So it does come with these 10 envelopes, and that's where you're going to stuff that money. Once you finish that envelope, you'll go ahead and mark that off. And then you have the various envelopes. Okay, so that is available in the shop. And then something that is upcoming. So I already have this savings challenge in my shop, and it comes in the Starlight Bow, Farmer's Market, and Wildflower, because those are very popular designs in my shop. But then I thought it would be really awesome to have it Wicked style. So this is the memory game. Basically get 2 of each design, and you flip them over and you literally just play it like the game Memory. And then make a match. That is the amount that you have to save. So it's a really fun game. I mean, if you've ever played Memory, you know, I love Memory, so that's why I made this. But it's just a budgeting style Memory. So once you get a match, you just save that amount of money. So this is available in my shop. This is not available yet. I don't have a launch date for it because I am also going to make the vintage Wonderland style as well. I've printed it. I just need to actually like laminate, cut, and figure out when I want to launch these things. So I'm working on it, guys. All right, you guys. This is the moment of truth because, oh my gosh, we are about to finish. We're about to finish this 52-week savings challenge that we have been very consistent in contributing to every paycheck. And I don't know. 2 years in a row. It just feels really good to know that I committed to this. Sorry for the glare. This is just not who I was. I didn't save money. I was a huge spender. Not that I'm not a spender now, because I do still do that. Just not to the level that we did. I now get joy out of saving money, joy out of funding my Roth IRA, and seeing that growth. So I don't know, there's just something about it. It's kind of addicting. I'm not gonna lie. So the last step that we have in this challenge is the scratch off, and it is save your age. And I am a whopping 42. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna save $42. And this completes the 52-week savings challenge. We did it. Like, we did it. All the sections. So definitely, if you are not already following me, follow. If you're watching this on a reel or a TikTok, but if you haven't subscribed to YouTube, subscribe, because I will be doing a video where I unstuff all of my savings challenges. I have not filmed all of my savings challenges, but the money is there and we will unstuff it all and we will see how much we have saved. So we still have 2 more weeks left of the November, plus the bonus from last month, and then we'll do this bonus, see what we have to save in December. So this challenge won't actually be done until the end of December, but we are making strides. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. Don't forget to subscribe so you can follow our budgeting journey week by week. And if you love savings challenges or you want to start cash stuffing for yourself, you can find everything in my Etsy shop, Breathe and Budget. It's linked in the description. And I will see you next week. In the meantime, don't forget to breathe.